Okay, I've had that second cup of coffee, though I don't think it helped much. And now I'm going to read a few poems from a slightly older collection called Resurrection River, From Death Unto Life Over and Over and Over. First poem is called From One Small Town to the Next. In a one-car caravan, the band of old poets wander through Loosedale and Dadeville and Pascagoula and so many more. Unloading, limbering, lumbering, refreshing the joints stiffened from the ride across Louisiana, down to Brownsville. Each poet shares a little history and a few poems, like so many Johnny Appleseed spreading the love of poetry, the reading, the writing, the recording. The old Lincoln limousine repurposed hauling poets, the living and the dead. There are only 4 of us now. Actually, since this poem was written, there are only 3 of us now. But back to the poem. But a half dozen ghosts crowd in between the seats, in between our minds. We go to Commerce to see Brenda. But of course, she's always been in the car, like a third dead grandmother. She rides shotgun wherever I go, laughing at her own wit, while the ghost of the doctor reads in his soft voice. You make a pot because you need a pot. Yeah. I knew that line was going to tear me up. I was going to try to get through it, but I didn't make it. You need a pot. You make a pot because you need a pot. We eat tacos and crawfish and barbecue, some of it good, some not so much. The trials of road food, but all are only fuel for more poems until all the poets are ghosts. And we travel without need of food or fuel. You know, I might have to put these books away. I might have to wait a few weeks. Then again, I might be worse then. I know this one's going to make me cry. It always does. Even on good days. I mean, today's a great day, but even on days when I didn't know I was sick and I was strong. It's funny, when you know you're sick, you don't feel quite as strong. Though I'm working at it, getting my strength up. Because this disease kills you by making you weak. And I'm hard-headed enough. I think I'm just going to be strong and that I won't die. Anyway, here's the poem. When Jesus walked across the Mississippi, it was early June, and the black folks were steady chopping with heavy hoes, and the heat rolled down out of the heavens like a plague from Egypt land, calluses and sweat. When Jesus walked again, September was getting late, and the children pulled the heavy white bags. But long ago, the white Roman soldiers had laid his brown body down and nailed him to a tree, and raised him back up, a white man's Jesus. But one little boy who doubted he would live to see his 7th birthday raised up his eyes upon the river and saw a black Jesus shining in the sun, and found his strength to reach the end of the row, to reach the end of the day, to reach the end of life, when a bullet cut him down, cut his freedom down, and laid him like a brown-bodied Jesus in the Delta mud. And Jesus walked across the big muddy river and took the boy home. At least that one's supposed to make me cry. My wife says I must be a good poet if I can make myself cry, but I think I'm just a soft touch. Excuse me for a sip of water here. Elm Street, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. In parentheses, and I never stopped until this moment to wonder who Hattie was. Since then, I've looked it up. She's the wife of the big lumberman who founded Hattiesburg. But to me, Hattiesburg was a place, not a person's name. Sweet, strong black coffee, old rambling city house with sunny upstairs guest bedroom, and a gentle gas fireplace flickering as we played Scrabble in the evening. A hiding place closet and another upstairs bedroom, forever tied to my mind to Cecilia. I got up to wash my face, and the world had changed. My aunt and uncle had gone, moved to Indiana forever. But a summer on that tree-shaded street has lasted longer than the move, 40 years, and I still dream of early morning, strong, sweet, hot coffee, and the soft light of a white picket fence kitchen. And I didn't do too bad that time. Last one, and this one shouldn't even make me cry as best I can gather. If I told you of a donkey cart, if I told you everything I know about a donkey cart, from its rusty iron brackets and worn wooden planks to its old wooden wheels with hand-hewn spokes, and why the brake lever attaches to the cart and not the axle, and how the springs on the seat this fat old man sits on squeak every time we roll through a gutted piece of road, and how the boxes in the back rattle and jump, and yet the donkey pulls us all. On the steeper stretches I have to get down and walk until we hit that one spot so steep I lean in and push to keep my little beast from rolling back. If I told you how the leather harness frayed and the metal rings where it joins around the head shine with the smooth wornness from an age older than this donkey, though not older than me. If I told you these things and more, you would grow weary and lit from listening and want to know about the path and who carved it into the earth and where we were going that day and what was in the boxes that cracked and jangled as we rode. You might even ask after the donkey like you really cared, as if you knew his mother from some time ago. But I would tell you the sky was blue and only a few scattered clouds, and the sun shone down on my dirty straw hat, and to tell you that neither the donkey nor I failed to return, and the wheels on the cart still can go round.